Hello, hello.
We are live this time.
We're live this time. Technical glitches and errors.
Good evening, everyone. What are we? 3rd of November, Sunday. Can't believe we're in November already, Emma.
Yeah, it's horrifying. I was like, I blinked and the whole year is gone. Yeah, I was like, I've got so much time to prepare for my trip. I absolutely do not. I leave in like just over a week.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everyone going to Scotland at the moment.
I know. Seeing
You're
some of the guys
organising a
posting.
massive blast.
Hi, Tim. Yeah, seeing some of the guys posting their plane tickets and their classic. I think it's like mandatory to post your airport beers. I think it's a very Australian thing.
It's definitely the thing to do. I think a few people started joining. Chuck your comments in. Let us know what you're drinking tonight as well. We're obviously here to talk about our giveaways. This is something we've started doing as of last month. It was our first one, but we figured why not actually jump online and talk about the whiskey that we're giving away. I'm pouring, after much debate, the Hakushu 12 because figured we're giving away the 18 potentially tonight, or the Laphroaig 34. So I figured, why not actually start with the 12, which is a phenomenally good whiskey.
Yeah, that was the bottle. Well, I don't know if I'm freezing or not. If you're freezing, we'll see how my internet goes. I didn't see you grab it in the thing. I would have grabbed my bottle as well. I opened a Hakushu 12 for my wedding, but I'm keeping it thematic with something we're going to talk about later tonight. And while I'm not drinking because antibiotics, it absolutely is not my week, but I have got with me a bottle of Ichiros Mizunara Wood Reserve that I bought in Japan from the cutest little bottle shop just near the train station in Mejiro. Back in the good old days, I paid like $20 for this. This is crazy, but it's really cool to kind of delve more into the Japanese whiskies. I feel like we're both very Japanese themed in our choices tonight.
I've taken a break most of this year. I haven't had much Japanese whiskey, and then suddenly, like, I had a Yamazaki last night and a few others. So, Japanese whiskey's back on the menu.
It is. Well, I've still got some like Nikko Yoichi 10-year-old and stuff that I need to crack into later on as well. But it's. I feel like I'm warming back up to it. I fell out of love for that brief period, but I think that easy, not having to think about it kind of whiskey. I'm coming back in. So yeah. Alrighty, but
there's a lot of people drinking. Yeah.
A lot of drinking Yamazaki and Emeralds. I mean, look, we're not just here to talk about the whiskey we're drinking. I hope you share with us in the comments as well if you're on a dram joining us tonight. But we do have some stuff to give away.
Yes, and before we get to the big drum roll, Emma, do you want to tell us about our surprise?
Yeah, so look, as a chronically online political person, those familiar with the American election cycle might know of the media curse called the October surprise. Usually it's something that pops up in October and can alter the whole direction of the race. And we have our own October surprise, but it's a good one. It is a good surprise, I swear. So if you bought a bottle of the Whiskey Hunt Australia Elijah Craig release, which is now fully sold out, all gone, but if you bought a bottle, you went into the running to win a bottle of Elijah Craig 18-year-old or the Toasted Barrel Bourbon or the Barrel Proof, which... barrel proof, yes. So yeah, shout out to the team at Heaven Hill Distillery and the team at Amber Bev for adding this little lovely prize on. So we have a couple of those to give away first. So if you want to drum roll, Ollie.
There is a drum roll button here now. Here we go.
Our winners are...
Congratulations to...
Yep, go on, sorry. I'm frozen. We got Ross Dempsey, Fred Shamron, and Glenn Taylor. Is my internet frozen?
Congratulations, everyone. I think we've got a clap as well. My stream is struggling tonight. Apologies for that.
That's the thing. I'm like, I can't tell if it's you or if it's me.
Yeah.
Who knows? But we'll work our way through. Technical difficulties galore. But yeah.
I think I saw Ross was watching the stream. So Ross, congrats, mate, and Fred and Glenn as well.
Yep. Yeah. Congrats, Ross. And he snagged the, I think, 18-year-old.
Yeah, way too many last night, mate.
Thanks, Chris.
Loud and clear. There we go. I was waiting for Ross to comment. Thanks all, mate. Well done, mate. Best drum roll. All right. Well, congratulations to all the winners. That's our first giveaway. Before we get into the big giveaway that everyone's waiting for, we have, I guess, the November prize that everyone's waiting on. And for people at home hearing about our giveaways for the very first time, they want to know how do you actually enter. It's really simple. We have a loyalty program here at the Whiskey List. It's called TWL Rewards. We gave about a bit of a spiel last time. I'm just going to say visit the link, whiskey.me/rewards. It tells you all the perks. There's a monthly or an annual membership. Basically, pays for itself very, very quickly. I think on average, members save about $220 every 6 months just in the savings alone, and there's plenty of other perks. One of the biggest perks people love is actually getting first access to brand new whiskies. And we are getting 6 bottles of this incredibly rare Japanese whiskey into Australia next month. And we decided because it's so rare, we want to give one away as our prize. So our prize for November, Emma, if you want to let people know what it is.
Yeah, so I mean, there was a reason that I brought out my bottle from my cabinet. Our prize for the month of November is a Chichibu. This is a single malt, so the one I had before, and quite a lot of the Ichiros Chichibu that people might know is all blended malt, but this is a single malt, single cask Japanese whiskey. It's a 6-year-old matured in Mizunara hogsheads. Super duper cool. So Chichibu Distillery opened by Ichiro Okuto, grandson of the founder of Hanyu. So really big legacy in Japanese whiskey distilling. And Ichiro works quite closely with Tetsuya because there is actually a Highlander Inn bar in Chichibu in the Saitama prefecture. So he's done quite a few bottlings for Highlander Inn, some like really special bottlings. I think the last one that I saw and found is like they've got one bottle in stock and it's 2,300 euros. So like absolutely bonkers crazy pricing. But super, super rare and super incredible. He's done some for other bars. They've done some for other bars around Japan, like Shinanoya. But yeah, we love Highlander Inn. We bring in Highlander Inn. We love it and support it. And so we have been able to get some of this bottling. Obviously, like Ollie said, only 6. I think Lionel has a question. Are the bottlings following the Scottish style or Japanese style of distilling? So Chichibu Distillery is set up pretty much as close to a Scottish style distillery as you can get, very much in that ethos of Yoichi and how the Nika guys wanted to do it. But Chichibu Distillery has its own malting floor. So Ichiro Okuto went over to Japan, worked on the malting floors, some of the malting floors in Scotland, and took that information back with him, built his own malting floor. So they've done a couple of releases of like our own floor maltings or whatever it happens to be called. So it is a very traditional Scottish style. However, at the same time, you are using local Japanese ingredients like barley and such. And of course, this is matured in Mizunara oak. So you're going to get a lot more of that really interesting dryness. I feel like Mizunara is getting a bit of a renaissance, as it were. We've just had the Tale of Tokyo from Glenmorangie, and we're seeing more Japanese distilleries using Mizunara oak. It used to be very rare to see it in the early days because it's quite a hardy wood. It's quite leaky and it's really difficult to work with, but also it needs to be at least 80, like the tree needs to be at least 80 years old before you can cut it down before you can even think about cutting it down to turn it into a barrel. So there's a lot of like labor that goes into the process of even growing it, much less making the barrel. So we don't see as much of it, but we're starting to see more. So I assume there's probably been some improved processes. But yeah, Ichiro Okudo is probably one of the biggest names in Japanese whiskey. So yeah, absolutely incredible stuff.
And Emma, they don't actually cut the tree down; they just cut the limbs off, right? So they can keep the sort of the wood growing. I believe is part of their practice.
I haven't heard about that. I mean, look, I'm not an arborist, and especially not an arborist familiar with Japanese trees. But yeah, I imagine I know that Mizunara trees are. I think they're significantly larger than like American oak and other Quercus oak trees. I might be wrong, but I feel like they're closer to that large redwood style of like massive honking tree. If you've ever seen a redwood or you're familiar with the California forests, like they're humongous trees. So yeah, they have a lot of like planting and replenishing practices, but also, as with most things in Japan, there's very much the emphasis on preservation and not taking too much from nature. So I would imagine even if they did have to cut down a whole tree, they would plant it and replace it and make sure. Yeah, okay. A little bit more twisty curvy, which can be a pain to lathe, but that's what talented coopers are for.
I just want to highlight the label here. I'm a big fan of this pixel art sort of. It's so cool.
It's so good. I feel like they really like went in on that Nintendo, like, yeah, that 8-bit game. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, that's really cool.
All right.
So that'll be.
We have a special guest has arrived. Yes, join us for November. I'm going to bring in our special guest. He's been waiting in the lobby there. There he is. Hey, Jimmy.
Howdy, howdy. How are we, everybody?
Hello. I feel like that's so good. I feel like Jimmy's someone that most of the Whiskey List guys or the Whiskey List customers haven't seen before. So Jimmy's our sales guy. He chats to the bottle shops so that your local will have the things that you like and want in it. Pretty
much. Exactly right. Yeah, I was. It's interesting. Like you're just obviously listening to you guys talk about the Chichibu release, and as you said, Mizunara's sort of got this renaissance, and it's. I love it. Like every time they're so interesting, and yeah. So I'm excited to hopefully try that one, but yeah. In the meantime, yeah, my role is basically just to get what we know and love into the mainstream. So it's like everybody's like, oh, where can you buy this? I'm like, well, hopefully in a store near you.
Yeah. What are you drinking tonight, Jimmy?
I've gone with like a classic kind of what I love, the Craigellachie 17. I think this was Heath put me onto this, Heath Lawrence Craigellachie years ago. And I admittedly like one of those people. He's one of those people that I respect. Like I respect your palate and everything. If you say it's good, I believe you. At that time, I feel like a lot of us will go through phases. So I think I was going through a really big peated phase, and so I really liked there was a La Chic Hermitage cask or something like that, and like red wine, and I was just like, but if you say this is good, I'll and bought a bottle years ago when I cracked it. And now I love bourbon cask. I know this is a mix of bourbon and sherry, but this just hits all the right notes for me. Cool fruits and everything. So yeah, like it's just a classic. I find that it's I'm glad that I bought it when I did, because like all whiskey, it's sort of gone up in price, but yeah, it's I get like grilled pineapple, which is like my favorite. I love it.
Yeah. It's the eternal struggle. I feel like you have perfectly matched in with our, like, Ollie and I have Japanese whiskies, and then you got a Craigellachie. And for those who are not familiar, Highlander Inn is based in Craigellachie in Scotland, the original Highlander Inn. So it's all coming together. So that,
we didn't plan that at all.
no, but it kind of feels like that scene in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's got the board and he's like, "But this."
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I get it. It's yeah, that's interesting, because I remember, yeah, when you told me like pick a whiskey, I was like, oh damn, okay, that's like I'm gonna overthink it. Then I saw this and I was like, all right, that's it, done, easy. And then yeah, interesting. So as you said, all come together.
Yeah, I love
but
it.
I do apologize for being a bit late.
Shall
I've
we?
been yeah.
I think we should.
No, all good, mate.
Yeah, we should get to
I
the.
think we've got many people waiting to actually find out who's the winner for this month's big giveaway.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
So yeah, just the reminder that the Hakushu.
So Jimmy, I was going to ask you, Jimmy, if obviously Whiskyless employees we can't win, but if you did win, would you go the Hakushu or the Laphroaig?
I've been okay. Hakushu's like one of my like, that's actually my favorite Japanese distillery. Like back in the day when you could affordably, purchase one. I think I would go the Laphroaig 34 though. If I'm honest, I think I would go the Laphroaig 34, because you just wouldn't get it often. I don't know. That's just me. I'd go the Laphroaig. What about you guys?
I think I said Hakushu last time. Didn't I, Emma?
Yeah, I think you said. Yeah, I think you said Hakushu and I said the Laphroaig. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 2-1. That's fair.
Well, we'll have to see what the winner ultimately chooses. Though, yeah, please pop in the comments what your pick of the two would be. Yeah, Chris has already got Hakushu. I love it. But yeah, just like such a great option. Noel's picking the Hakushu as well.
Yeah.
Looking like you and me are in the minority here, Jimmy.
It's elevated, I
mean, what? The Laphroaig for us, they can have the Hakushu.
Exactly. Yeah. Laphroaig, no hesitation. There we go, Tim.
Yeah. Tim knows the stuff. Well, we might kill the suspense.
Have we got a drum roll? Yeah.
It is. Yeah. The winner of the bottle of their choice, Craig Bishop.
Hey. Woo!
We didn't got the full sound yet. Yeah. So super awesome. I think we wanted to try and trick Craig into coming on tonight to surprise him, but it didn't end up working out. But that's okay. Oh, so yeah, congrats, Craig.
That's awesome.
Well done, Craig. I think over 8,000 combined entries this month, so we broke last month's record, and then you got to be in it to win it. There's many ways to win. Everything from just you don't need to buy a bottle. Obviously, it's weighted entries, so if you buy a bottle, you get slightly more entries. But basically, you just need to be TWL Rewards member, and just for being a member, you are automatically into the draw. So everyone gets a chance of winning each month. And yeah, each month we give away a whiskey that's at least $500 plus, basically. And you know, last month there was a Glendronach awesome kit that we gave out, including the 50-year-old sample and then a bunch of bottles and stuff. This month was the overdose bottles. So if you're watching, Craig, let us know what you're going to get, and then who you're going to share it with, because a lot of people are super keen to try it.
Yeah.
Don't know his choice. I'm hoping he might jump on and tell us.
Yeah.
So someone
I have
tag
a
him into the
feeling
chat.
I have a feeling though, whatever he doesn't choose will still make its way into something special, I'm sure, in the future. If not, my cabinet.
That's where I thought that might have been heading. I love it.
Yeah, just
you're saying, Emma, that he's got what, an hour to claim?
Yeah. Was that squatters' rights? But no, it's an amazing product. I can't wait. I think we might update later what his final pick was. We might share what he chose to go with. But yeah, massive congratulations. And yeah, like Ollie said, if you know everyone who's a rewards member is in with a chance, and then you can do extra things that get you extra entries. So buying a virtual tasting kit, or buying a bottle, or I think we've got subscribing to the YouTube channel and things like that. So there's a number of things that can get you an extra entry. And I mean, what was it? The last giveaway with the Glendronachs that Leo sent me a photo of them. He was very excited, very thrilled. But yeah, I think he had only 36 entries, and there was like 4,000 in total. And you know, there's always a chance if you're engaging, or if you're just buying your usual bottles or whatever it happens to be. So yeah, it's a really great opportunity.
Well, that was it. We just wanted to jump online and give away some whiskey, basically. That's our plan for the live stream. So it's pretty simple, but
yeah, we gave away like 4 times the amount of whiskey we thought we were going to, including those 3 Elijah Craig. So it's been a real boon tonight.
So everyone who's won, we'll send you a shipping notice Monday. Tomorrow's already Monday. So that those whiskies will be in the mail for you. There's nothing you need to worry about. Don't need to email us. We'll get them out to you. And then obviously let us know if your address has changed recently. Otherwise, yeah, good luck to everyone entering the November prize, which is one more quick reminder, is going to be the Chichibu. So 63% ABV as well. So I reckon that's going to be very tasty.
Yeah, so it's like a 6-7. Yeah, it is 7-year-old. Sorry, I looked at the numbers. I was like, yeah, 2016 to 2023. That's like 6, right? Duh. But yeah, no, super crazy, crazy interesting, and not an ABV you typically find in Japanese whiskey super often. So it'll be a lovely rare run. Hopefully we can pry one from Ollie and Chris's hands to use for a tasting or something like that, so that you know, more people can get the chance to try it. But we will just have to see. Like we said, there's only a limited amount. Jimmy's already like, how can I take them from? How can I hide them in the warehouse?
The reason why I grew this was to do this, and you know, plot how to get more whiskey.
Yeah.
It's a tough gig. All right. We'll keep it short and sweet, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, however many hours there is, and we'll see you next month for the December draw and picking obviously the winner of this Chichibu as well. So drink awesome whiskey in the month of November, and yeah, good luck to everyone.
Good luck, everyone. Take care.